I want to thank everyone from Hillel, OSFL, National, and the chapter for coming tonight, skipping out on college football, or studying to be here. As we all know, it's a busy time, but this is a really important event, so I appreciate you all coming. I'm oftentimes asked, what does TEP mean to me? Why did I join TEP? Well, when I first came to IU, I didn't know a single person. As a freshman, I was really nervous, but also super excited about being here and what my next 4 years would look like. I had no expectations. I just wanted to have fun. I mean, it's IU, it's a Big Ten school, sports. We're still kind of good at basketball. We're good at football now, apparently. But the
Just
first
shocking.
time I met my now brothers of Tau Epsilon Phi was at IU Hillel's Welcome Week programming. They were tabling much like we do now for Rush. And as time went on, I began to feel more and more comfortable at Indiana and started to think about how I wanted to make the most of my time at IU. I came into IU having absolutely no idea what Greek life was, what the experience meant, and even if it was for me in the slightest. Neither of my parents were in Greek life. They didn't really like Greek life. My dad didn't really support the idea of me joining Greek life originally. But they wanted me to have the best experience possible. I remember meeting Noah and Josh and hearing just a little bit about what TEP was at the time, a 7-person fraternity and what it meant to them. I remember walking onto Hillel's lawn and being completely overwhelmed by the number of tables and clubs, as I'm sure most freshmen do, and I'm sure we've all felt going to any sort of Welcome Week event. And I wanted to sell myself to these organizations and as a potential new member. That's what we have to do. That's how I felt was the only way I could join something, was to walk up to someone and shake off the fear and introduce myself. So I went to a number of chapters who were at the tabling events, and none of them really cared who I was. I felt like I wasn't even welcomed or given the light of day to explain where I was from or anything of the sort. I went to Josh, Noah, Brian, and Max Weinberger at tabling, and it felt different. It was an immediate connection of, damn, these guys actually care who I am. They cared about what I was interested in, why I chose IU, where I'm from, what sports teams I like, the most basic information that comes up during Welcome Week. We've all had these conversations, but it felt genuine. A few weeks later, I went to the TEP House, 207 East 19th Street, and was the only person at a Monday Rush event. Literally the only person there. It was the first year that IFC had decided to split up the houses between Monday, Wednesday, and Tuesday, Thursday. And I decided, after constantly being texted by Josh and Noah and Brian, why the hell not go check out TEP? I still remember standing on that deck after walking to the house, seeing 3 brothers, 2 boxes of Pizza X cheesy bread, and a bottle of Coca-Cola on the table in that little room, being like, oh, there's no one in this fraternity. And then Josh came outside. We talked outside on the deck in the brisk 60-degree weather about what his dream of TEP could be. He sold me on the possibility of building something great, of being a part of a fraternity that I could make my own, of taking on leadership and leaving a legacy that will last generations. Pretty damn good job, Josh. I was sold. I didn't really rush any other houses. I didn't even really consider what else TEP would be like. I just thought, I want to make this my thing. And it hasn't been always smooth sailing for us as this house. But we've come a long way since the fall of 2017. In my second semester as a freshman, after bringing in the rest of the Alpha class, I became both recruitment chair and social chair. We did everything we possibly could to reach the 15-person minimum to get a founding class required by National. And we got there until about a week before initiation as a colony, when both of the individuals recruited who I had been recruiting dropped. This hurt me personally. I still remember the conversations I had with Josh and Noah and Jeff about how pissed off I was about the fact that they just called it quits. I had done everything in my power to convince them to continue to give TEP a shot, but at the same time, I couldn't blame them. I couldn't blame them for being disappointed by our progress, for being disappointed by our social and philanthropy events, and by our overall effort. So myself and the rest of my brothers in my freshman year, Max Gorenstein, Evan Gutkin, Ethan Goldberg, and Mikey Micking, felt a change in attitude was needed. We called on our leadership of the president at the time, Noah Nagar, and vice president, Max Weinberger, to step up and take us to the next level. Evan and I went to Nick's English Hut, great restaurant, and called and sat down with Max and Noah and told them that if we didn't get our shit together and if we didn't figure out what the hell was going on, we were both gonna call it quits. We pleaded with them that if we're going to act like the fraternity that is going to change Greek life in Indiana, we have to work for it. And damn, have we come a long day since that. Beginning my sophomore year, we flipped the switch. We recruited beta class, instantly doubling the size of our fraternity from 13 to 24. It was a group of guys who bought into what we believed, not just our values of friendship, chivalry, and service, but to be the new best fraternity on campus. The nice guys who changed what we felt was a broken hierarchical culture that put one house's letters above another. When elected as chancellor in November, a little over a year ago today, I wasn't sure where we would end up by the time my time was finished. I had a dream of organizing a multi-organizational philanthropy concert for an organization near and dear to my heart, Save a Child's Heart, and we did that, raising $12,500 in net profit and bringing in 8 partner organizations, including 5 fraternities and sororities, and a lot of whom rejected us, but these partners supported us. We created the first ever joint organizational concert of its kind at Indiana University, and we will be repeating this event this spring and for springs to come. We landed our first ever pair for Little Five and just in general, and we developed relationships with sororities and fraternities on campus. We raised over $1,000 for Hoosier Hills Food Bank. We partnered with different Jewish organizations and IU Hillel to raise money for the victims of the Tree of Life Synagogue, which wasn't an easy task because, for being honest, it took a hell of a lot of effort to get on the Hillel flyer. We recruited an incredibly strong spring pledge class that did everything in its power to help us grow. This fall, our fraternity has once again doubled and recruited an incredible 21-person pledge class. Helped organize another multi-partner event with Hillel for Hunger, and this is just the start. So what does TEP mean to me? Well, TEP to me means a brotherhood. It means friendships that I know will last a lifetime, and it means a legacy at Indiana University I can be proud of. I am beyond proud, honored, and grateful to everyone in this room that has helped us along the way, and everyone not in this room who's graduated or couldn't be here today. I'm excited to see where this new leadership takes us. The individuals I helped recruited in Beta, Gamma, and now Delta class are going to take us to heights I can't even imagine. I'm already really proud of what we've accomplished, and we, the Tau Epsilon Phi National Chapter at Indiana University, is just getting started. It feels like ages ago that I walked onto that deck at 207 East 19th Street and was convinced by Josh and Noah to give this fraternity a chance to help build something beautiful. It feels like years ago that I almost dropped due to what I felt was a lack of motivation to get this fraternity off the ground. Gentlemen, we have been doubted from the moment that Seth, Brandon, Brian, and Josh convinced IFC to even bring another Jewish fraternity onto this campus. We have a lot to go. We have a long way to go, but we've come a very, very long way in the past year and a half. So thank you to the brothers who have helped us grow to where we are, to my exec board for helping me write out this chartering process, to Josh for recruiting me, to OSFL for helping us along the way, to IU Hillel for giving us the opportunity to become leaders, and to National for giving us a chance to become the chapter that we are. I still think we are and will be the best fraternity on campus, and I'm excited to see where you guys take this.
Well done.
Yeah.